The second 2009 Technical Achievement Award is presented to Dr. Timothy W. Finin for pioneering contributions to distributed intelligence systems.
Well, I heartfully thank the IEEE Computer Society for this Technical Achievement Award, for which I'm deeply honored. And I'd like to thank my many mentors and colleagues and students who I've had a chance to work with over these years. Any accomplishments I've achieved have been due more to their work than my own. Linus Pauling, who was one of the few people to win 2 Nobel Awards, said that the best way to have good ideas is to have a lot of ideas. This is something that I've come to understand and appreciate over the years. Having a good research group is really like having an idea factory that can generate, explore, and evaluate ideas very quickly. And in this case, it's not many hands, but many minds that make light work. And I've also benefited a tremendous amount by being part of professional communities, such as the IEEE Computer Society, standards groups, or things, people who organize around conferences, journals, and sponsored research programs. Out of these communities, really, the ideas that I've been able to exploit have really come. So when I look back, I see 2 big things that have shaped my professional career, and I think they're things that we'll all recognize. The first is ubiquitous computing, and I think for me that started with the introduction of inexpensive personal computers in the late 70s and in the 80s. And of course it's continued with the development of mobile handheld devices and now even smaller devices that form pervasive computing environments. The second thing that's been a tremendous factor is ubiquitous communications. Again, that started many years ago with the ARPANET, but it's continued to produce the internet and now various kinds of wireless protocols. So it's really the combination of these 2 trends that have created a lot of opportunities for me as an AI researcher to do a lot of interesting things. Now, it's created, a short list that came to my mind is the web that provides cheap and easy access to information. And social media systems is sort of the new topic that's of great interest today, something that reaches out and affects all of our citizens. The astounding thing that I heard last year was that today, 3/4 of all new web content is user-generated content. And that's one of the things social media systems, blogs, Twitter, YouTube has really created. But these 2 things, cheap, ubiquitous computing and very effective high bandwidth communications that have tied them all together have also led to electronic commerce and cloud computing and all the things that are important today. So this has really had a big impact on AI research. When I started out in the 70s and throughout the 80s, really what we worked on were trying to make smart standalone systems, a smart expert system that could diagnose disease, or a smart system that could interpret natural language text and produce meaning. But they were standalone systems that ran on one knowledge base in one box, with one program. But about 20 years ago, a trend started that has accelerated ever since then, which is to develop intelligence systems by making them social, by having a group of systems that have to work together to share information to produce the results. So just some examples that I've had a chance to work on, multi-agent systems, where you have a set of systems that are autonomous, but they're also cooperating to share information and solve problems. One of the things I worked on was a great DARPA program, a program that came out of DARPA, the knowledge sharing effort, that developed languages like KQML and KIF, and the idea of using shared ontologies to share information to allow this kind of interoperability. The second thing I wanted to mention was the semantic web, which was the second great idea that Sir Tim Berners-Lee, the inventor of the World Wide Web, had, which is to develop a way to share information not just between people with hypertext and images and audio, but to share data with machines. So this is a challenging problem. We're still working on it today, but I see some very exciting results. A third thing, again, it's a lot of AI hard problems to work on, is trying to develop intelligent pervasive computing systems. Again, this is something we haven't solved totally or even at all, but great problems and we're making progress on. And the final thing that came to my mind was the use of collaboratively developed knowledge bases. The best example of that today is Wikipedia, something that we all turn to with some reliability when we're looking for information about any subject. Well, in the last few years, using semantic web technology and other techniques, people have begun to convert that into a knowledge base of data and information and rules that intelligence systems can use to solve those kind of things. And this is the kind of thing that companies like Yahoo and Microsoft and Google are all working on, although they're not publishing the results. How to convert this text into knowledge. Text is collaboratively produced by people. So it's been very exciting for me, and I'm humbled by this Technical Achievement Award because I know that my own contributions here are really rather modest and they're part of a long stream. I've been inspired by and I've built on what my predecessors and colleagues and peers have done before me. And of course, I also depend on others to sort of build on what I've done and continue to search from them. So I'd like to close by again thanking the IEEE Computer Society for this generous award. And I'd also like to again thank my colleagues and students and also my family, including my wife, Marcia Ames, who's here with me this evening. So thank you very much.